there's a new trail of evidence that leads back to secret Nazi technology. Hans von Oheim's revolutionary jet engines propelled fighters through the skies. The Horton brothers built space-age flying wings. Alexander Lippisch worked on vertical takeoff craft. At Peenemünde, legendary rocket engineer Wernher von Braun built the first ballistic missiles. And most radical of all, men like Victor Schauberger explored new sources of propulsion.
Hi, my name is Dr. Richard Brooks, and in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to spit in the face of all those who lied to you regarding energy independence, because everything you know or have heard about creating your free energy until now is BS compared to what you're going to discover today. I'm going to show you the first and only proven method that can slash your electricity bill for the first time ever by at least 83.5%, starting today, with an amazing invention that could have changed the fate of World War II. It's the free energy invention that made Hitler cry for the first time. It's the little-known discovery that made Allied powers to send a commando team to steal it from Nazis at the end of World War II. The same discovery that made Russians angry and eager to destroy it for not letting it into Americans' hands. We're talking about the invention that helps today an 84-year-old guy to have electricity in a mountain house during winter. The same invention that preppers consider the #1 item to have when the thing hits the fan. The revelation that even women love to build and have. And finally today, after 70 years of darkness, you can put it to work for your own profit without investing thousands of dollars in solar panels that are not producing enough energy and hard to build, without having any technical knowledge whatsoever, and without being forced to give your hard-earned money to the big energy fat cats ever again. Plus, the invention that you're about to discover will keep your family safe during any disaster, total blackout, or economic collapse. Because once you'll finish watching this video, you'll have all it takes to produce more energy than you need. And finally, you can spit on the face of those who are robbing you every single month. You'll join a select group of 2,332 people that have already helped, and today it will be the last day of payment for electricity. So, shut down your mobile phone, sign out of Facebook, and don't let anyone disturb you for the next 7 minutes, because it is the most important video you'll watch in 2014. This video won't be up for long. I can already feel the pressure of greedy energy fat cats. Here's what it is all about. Have you ever heard about Victor Schauberger? Probably not, because that's what Hitler wanted back in the 40s. He used to yell, "No one should know about our great inventors. They are our biggest assets." That's the case of Victor Schauberger. He was born in Austria in 1885, but he was way different than all German people at that time. All he cared about was Mother Nature and how to offer his people a better life in perfect balance with nature. Ever since he was a kid, he used to spend hours watching the natural flow of the water in a spring, the incredible connection between plants, water, and soil, and the mighty forces that came out of nowhere. His friends used to call him the Water Wizard, because he could see sources of endless energy everywhere in the nature. Despite this, he was modest and always used to say, "Nature is my teacher." As a child, he one day built a mini wood-cutting machine that was entirely propelled by the force of the spring that was crossing their backyard. His father and neighbors were speechless. Living all day long in the middle of the nature and using these observations, Victor initiated designs for generating power and motion that worked in harmony with nature, so that they did not produce toxic emissions. For Victor, nature is the foremost teacher, which means that the task of technology is not to correct nature, but to imitate it. Capieren and kopieren was the principle that guided him throughout his life, which means first understand nature and then copy it. Having been a witness to the destruction of the environment due to industrialization, Schauberger made a series of inventions meant to counteract the destructions and create equilibrium, and that was before meeting Hitler. Most of his inventions had to do with water, and this is the reason why he was given the nickname Water Wizard. Between 1930 and 1932, he made experiments by extracting electrical energy directly from the water, and at the same time he started working on other secret sources of energy. In 1935, applied for 2 patents, air turbine and procedure for lifting liquids and gases. In 1937, he built the warmth-cold machine constructed for Siemens. But Hitler had different plans. He was preparing for war. He knew that smart inventions and cutting-edge technology would make a difference, so he became very interested in the best inventors in the country. Victor Schauberger's amazing inventions didn't get through without being noticed. Soon Hitler heard more and more about this genius that could turn nature into the most important source of energy and inventions. For the first time, Hitler insisted in meeting Victor Schauberger in person. He was fascinated by his entire work, and deep inside he truly admired him. Hitler knew that this guy had something special. He invited Schauberger in his office and talked for 3 hours. Hitler's staff was shocked. Nobody else was able to captivate him as much as Schauberger did. A witness of this meeting later said, "The Fuhrer was like a child. You could see the joy in his eyes while he was talking to Schauberger. The simplicity and the genius of the inventor melted his heart as never before." But all this happened for a reason. At that point, Germany was not yet at war. Hitler was still preparing and wanted to accelerate the process on 2 different areas, weapons and energy. Yet it was very hard for him to decide which one is the most important. After the meeting, he told Schauberger to get back to him in 2 weeks with a very detailed plan of inventions and applications in both fields, free energy and weapon technology. Rumors say that Hitler was so delighted with this meeting that he dropped tears, realizing that this kind of genius would help him win the war. He couldn't even sleep that night. Anyway, after 2 weeks, Schauberger got back to Hitler as planned. Pacifist by nature, he tried to convince the Fuhrer, the leader, to use all his knowledge for offering people a better life. But no one knew what Hitler had in mind. He was obsessed with only 2 things, going to war and conquering the world. After a few moments of thinking, he decided, "All your work from now on will be dedicated to weapon development field. The rest of your projects can wait a few more years." Victor was very disappointed, and all he could reply was, "Fuhrer, we're already getting amazing results in the free energy field, but if you want me to abandon it, I'll gladly do it." Obviously, there was no joy in what Hitler offered him, but it was impossible to refuse him. It's known that in 1938, he built together with his son Walter a replica of Lord Kelvin's falling water experiment of capillary research, generating a voltage of 20,000 volts. But Hitler decided to shut down the experiments. Schauberger started working for the Nazis and helped them build a revolutionary aircraft engine. But his vim and vigor for this kind of work was lost. He hated what he was doing. In 1944, Schauberger developed an improved repulsine and a submarine engine for Germany's war effort at the Mauthausen concentration camp. All prototypes and working models of the repulsine were subsequently destroyed by the order of Field Marshal Keitel due to the collapse of the German armies. But all these couldn't stop him to secretly work on what he believed, free energy sources for people. During the day, he was working for the Nazis, and at night he was working with his son on his free energy devices. Nazis noticed that he was not very enthusiastic about what he was doing, and even got threatened with being hanged. Fortunately, the Nazis lost the war, and Schauberger survived. Some crazy rumors also say that Hitler managed to flee to South America with an UFO built by Schauberger, but no one could prove it. Not only Nazis knew about Schauberger. Somehow the American intelligence found out about his genius and wanted all his work. They assembled a commando team to steal all his inventions. Finally, he was imprisoned by the Americans in what is called protective custody. Russians found out about it as well, and after the war they ransacked his apartment and blew it up to prevent the Allies from finding any hidden secrets. All these free energy secrets triggered the interests of other snakes. The big energy fat cats were in full expansion at that time. Any invention in the free energy field needed to be stopped, forbidden, or destroyed. They had, and still have, huge influence in politics. It was quite easy for them to make Schauberger's secrets forgotten. It would have been a huge threat for their business. Schauberger's free energy inventions were showing clearly how anyone could be independent and generate a lot more energy than needed using Mother Nature. For many years, this issue has been buried, but what the greedy fat cats didn't know was that Schauberger has never released the full designs to the Nazis. So what Americans had stolen was incomplete. How do I know about this? Well, it happens that I've lived in Germany for a few years, in the same small village that Schauberger lived his last days. In a strange chain of events, I met a person who now owns Schauberger's house. His name is Martin Kurd, a very simple guy who didn't have a clue about anything. We became friends, and knowing that I'm very passionate about free energy and inventors, he told me that in the basement of his house he found some old buried documents that I might be interested to see. Knowing that it was Schauberger's house, I accepted, and once I saw it, I knew that my life was going to change. It was the design of a free energy device that no one knew about, not even the Nazis. Before doing anything with the plans, I wanted to make sure that they were authentic. I mean, it could have been just a big hoax. So I wanted to see if the device could be built and if it would work for domestic use. According to some other additional documents I found, it seems that Victor built and tested the device with great success. Heck, it was the device that powered his house during the last days of war when most of Germany was a ruin. To my great disappointment, at first sight the plan seemed to be possible only for someone with great knowledge regarding the electrical components and systems, but more or less impossible for the average Joe like you and me. Went to a friend of mine who is an electrical engineer. He went over the plans, helped me to build a device, and then figured out a way to simplify the plans so that pretty much anyone could understand them. So the information I'm about to provide you is much easier than you would expect it to be, even if you've never built anything before. Actually, I can say that the current plans are especially made for those who have never built anything before. Well, his generator was that kind of invention, something incredibly simple to assemble if you know how to do it. It's so genuinely different from anything else you've ever seen before that you'll slap yourself for not thinking of it yourself. I don't have a lot of technical knowledge whatsoever, but still, I was able to do it in just 3 days, and it works. Here's what I managed to create and the proof that it works. Although it may look like an odd and a very hard-to-build device, I assure you that even a 12-year-old kid could do it by following the simplified plans. 2,332 people are already doing it with great success. I'm not the only one who has copies of these blueprints because other people have the right to see it too. Therefore, I shared them with those interested. You can find Schauberger's original blueprints on a few websites, but you quickly discover that without the full instructions, they're pretty useless. You see, he left both plans and blueprints behind, but most people only have the blueprints. And that's where we come into the picture. As I said, I reached out to my friend, the electrical engineer, and a few other friends who were interested in the idea of free energy for the public. Together, we helped simplify Schauberger's original design. Working together as a team, we've created a quick and easy guide that you can use in order to make your own Schauberger generator and slash your electric bills by 83% or more, starting today. The results are impressive. Once you discover just how easy it is to build the Schauberger generator, you'll instantly save 50%, 75%, or more, without spending $20,000 or more on expensive solar panels that are very hard to install and require maintenance. You'll enjoy even greater savings, up to 100% or more, so that the electric company actually pays you when you discover the simple scaling secret for getting virtually unlimited free energy. You'll be able to power any kind of household appliances, laptops, toasters, to electricity hogs like refrigerators and AC units. You can even power up a remote cabin in the wilderness without having to worry about paying the electric company $30,000 or more to hook you into the grid. You'll have a lifesaver during the crisis moments when the electric grid goes down. Your friends and neighbors won't have electric power for their homes, but you will. Oh, and by the way, I'm sure you know that considering the current situation, the electric grid could go down just about any time. You'll be able to decide how much electricity you produce, whether you decide to produce a mere 20% of your electricity needs to a whopping 120% or more of what you need, if you choose to make a bigger device. What's more, because the Schauberger generator is very light and portable, it could also be considered the best emergency generator you could ever hope for. Here's how small it is and how much it can produce. Unlike solar panels, it won't get blown off the roof by strong winds or hurricanes. It's small enough to install it in your basement, in your garage, or in your backyard, and not to worry about weather conditions for 1 second. And unlike conventional portable generators, there are no fumes. Plus, you have another benefit of not having to spend hundreds of dollars on fuel. In fact, there's very little to spend or do at all. With the exception of a simple maintenance check every few months, the generator is really a set-and-forget piece of equipment. Because there's no friction, you won't even hear it running. You can hide it in a box and it will generate endless electricity energy for you like magic. Plus, once you make it as shown, there will be no risks for you and your kids to get a shock whatsoever. It's 100% harmless, and it will change your life the moment you have it installed. It's no wonder people are raving about it. In the short time we've made this available for the public, those who tried the device enjoyed impressive results. Sean Bullock from New York says, "I was paying through the nose for electricity. Now I'm energetically independent. It's only about 40 days since I got Schauberger's generator." And Frank Patrick from Boston says, "My electric bills kept getting bigger and bigger. And for a while, I was thinking about paying $15,000 for a solar power system. Glad I didn't. The Schauberger generator does the trick, and it cost me a little under $200 to make it." Here's what 68-year-old Dave Clutter from Colorado says. "I've never built anything in my entire life, yet this was so easy. I assembled it during a weekend. Now we get free electricity 24/7. And hundreds of others who are now paying less than half of what they used to on their energy bills, saving thousands of dollars each year on electricity because of the Schauberger generator. The bottom line is this. If you want to cut the cord and free yourself from the electric company, you need to hear all about the plans and instructions for making your own Schauberger generator. As I already mentioned, we took Schauberger's intricate designs, originally created for Nazis, but hidden and translated them into plain English, so that anyone, no matter what age or skills, can make their own electricity and get off the grid. Then we built the device and recorded everything on camera. It's like we're sitting next to you while building it. You'll see exactly how to do it and how easy it is to build it at home, no matter if you're a man, woman, young, or old. Here's what you'll find inside this simple step-by-step video guide. First and foremost, the video that will show you how to make it at home fast and easy starting today, even with components that you already have at home and you don't use. How to make your own Schauberger generator in as little as 3 hours, with parts you can find at any local electronics store for less than $200. The simple scaling secret that allows you to take a small savings of 25% of your electric bills and double it, triple it, even quadruple it, so you can get off the grid, or even get paid by the electric company. The shocking truths about the vampire loads that are piling up costs on your electric bill, making you shell out more money to the electric company. Plus, the simple way to eliminate them for almost instant savings. A short list of all the simple parts and materials you need to make the Schauberger generator for about $93 in total costs. And on top of that, you get the complete blueprints, color photos, and step-by-step instructions to make your own perpetual motor, even if you have 2 left hands and never assembled anything in your entire life. Remember, Schauberger used awkward elements, and it still worked. That's why, even though the Schauberger generator isn't something you'd call pretty, it's incredibly easy to build, even for a complete newbie. The Schauberger generator is an amazing device that's already changing thousands of lives all around the world. We've got reports of people saving as little as 35% on electric costs, and as much as 120%. That is, they're now producing more electricity than they need, so much that the electric company is actually sending them a check by mail every single month. Just imagine what you could do if you weren't forced to pay $100 or more every single month on electricity. Or even better, you're one of those who is forced to shell out $300 or more on electricity each month. The Schauberger generator could help you save more than $3,500 by the end of the year. You'd suddenly be free to take care of other expenses, like improving your home, or taking your spouse to a nice dinner every once in a while. Or you can simply use the extra cash to make your retirement more enjoyable. Choice is yours, and the electric company will be picking up the tab for it. With all that in mind, it would make a lot of sense charging a lot for the Schauberger generator blueprints, but we won't do that. In fact, the only reason we're even charging a fee for the video instructions and blueprints is to cover our research and development expenses. but most of all, to be able to keep this website up. So here's the deal. You'll get immediate access to all the blueprints, the step-by-step do-it-yourself videos, and the lists of tools and supplies for just $47. It's probably less than half of what you're paying each month on electricity, and you can recover that investment in less than 30 days. You'll get full access to the videos instantly, and you'll also receive a document, PDF, to help you with the videos. No shipping and handling, no wasted time and money. Getting the videos for the Schauberger generator is easy. Just click the orange Add to Cart button below, and you'll be taken to our secure order page. Plus, if you click on Add to Cart button right now, you'll get an amazing gift that will thrill you. It's a guide called Biodiesel, the Energy of the Future, and it will show you the true power of this new source of energy. Normally, this booklet alone is sold for $37, but only today and only with Schauberger's generator product, you can get it for free. Click Add to Cart button now. Oh, there's more. One-time crazy offer. Let us challenge you. Cut your electricity bill by up to 100% in less than a month, or we'll send you back twice the amount you invested. We're so confident that Schauberger generator will change your life that we're willing to extend this crazy guarantee. With our double the money back guarantee, the price doesn't even matter. That's because our double your money back guarantee protects you for a full 60 days. It's simple. Get the step-by-step videos today, put them to the test. See how easy it is to make your own electricity with Schauberger's generator. Watch as your power meter slows down the moment you plug in your generator, and see what it's like to slash your electric bill by 50%, 75% or more in less than 2 months. You have 60 days to decide whether this was a good investment or not. And if you're less than thrilled with how much you're saving on electricity, just write us a short email at the address you'll find in the members area. We'll give you twice the amount you invested, even if it's the 23rd hour of the 59th day. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button now, and get the Schauberger generator videos and blueprints totally free. But you need to move fast. This isn't the first time we've attempted to make Schauberger's work public. The first time we did it, we were able to keep the doors open for almost 2 weeks. Then the electric companies found out about it and managed to make us shut down our website. Almost 2,332 people got access to the blueprints, and the success stories have been pouring ever since. When Big Energy set their legal hounds on us, we were forced to take the website down and close up shop for almost a year. Now we're back online, and hoping that this time we'll be able to stay up for more than just 2 weeks. But the fact is, we don't have the money, the resources, or the emotional strength to be constantly battling an army of lawyers. So this could be taken down at any time. The choice is obvious, at least we think it is. Besides, you'll be joining a group of people who are sending a powerful message to the electric companies. You'll be showing them that you can take a stand, and that you can become energetically independent, living on your own without a single kilowatt of their expensive electricity. Just imagine how your life will be just 2 months after making the Schauberger generator. Picture this. You're coming home from work and you notice there's a fresh envelope in the mail. It's a bill from the electric company. But as you rip it open, you notice that something's different. This time the balance due is in negative. Instead of having to pay the electric company, this time the electric company is actually forced to pay you for electricity. And you're getting small checks of $20, $30, or even more each and every month, just from keeping the Schauberger generator on. And month after month, you get the same relaxed feeling that comes with not owing them 1 red cent. You're finally free and independent, no longer trapped inside a legal monopoly that's holding you at gunpoint. The Schauberger generator is about something bigger and more important than money. It's about regaining your freedom. Now you can send a message to the Big Energy fat cats and show them that you're no longer depending on them. And really, the road to energy independence starts with the push of a button. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button below and claim your energy independence now. Still here? There are a few questions that I keep receiving from people, so let me try and answer a few of them here. One question I keep getting is, do I need any technical skills to build the Schauberger generator? The short answer to this is no, you don't. Sure, some do-it-yourself experience is always good, but if you don't have any, don't worry. You'll still be able to make a Schauberger generator and get free energy. You just need to pay a little more attention to the blueprints, that's all. Another question I get is, what can I use the generator for? Is this just for show? The Schauberger generator is more than just a cool gadget you can show off to your neighbors. You can use it to power up any household appliances, or even an entire home. You can even use it as a portable source of energy when you're on the road or out camping with your family. That's because the technology is scalable, so once you get the hang of it, you can make bigger and bigger generators for a little extra cost. Here's another one people are asking. How much do the parts cost? To build a small-scale Schauberger generator, you'll need about $195 worth of parts that you can get from any electronics store. Another frequent question is, how do I get Schauberger's blueprints for building a perpetual mobile electricity device? It's simple. When you click the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to our secure order page, one of the world's largest merchants, Avangate. They are processing tens of thousands of secure payments each day, so you risk nothing. Plus, you're covered by our no questions asked guarantee for a full 60 days. Once you have completed the payments, you'll be taken to a special members area where you'll get all the Schauberger blueprints and videos, and a special unadvertised bonus that we'll probably take down in a couple of days. To get the blueprints for the Schauberger generator, click the Add to Cart button below.